Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is Alchemy. Welcome to the channel. I'm just going to do a quick sound check and make sure that we're good to go, as I will be here all week. And yeah, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully, everybody is well. I'm trying to pull up chat on my phone to no avail. Maybe. And then you and I, friends, are going to work on some beat stuff. Get down. Get down to the beat. Get down.
New Dutch Crunch bread. Slightly sweet and crunchy outside, soft and...
Okay. There we go. So, where's the chop? Come on, chat. All right, dope. Top chat. Chat filter. All messages. Okay. I think we're good to go. Quick sound check. Do. Nothing. Settings. None. Ian's AirPods. Apply. Ian's AirPods. There we go. All right, I think we're good to go. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody. You all ready? Let's All right, we're gonna do 83 today. Way since back in the day of 83. Let's do something in... Can't even hear that. Let's do something in E minor today. Or you know what? Let's do F. I haven't done F in forever. F that. Come on. You know you want to. Just a little bit of... There we go. Distortion. Filter. That one's a little... Oh, shit. That one's a little different. We're doing this slightly in a different manner, but that's okay. More distortion. Compression. We need a limiter. We need a multipass. Now we need dynamics. Sounds pretty good. Transient shaper. Hey, Scree. Let's try a regular filter. Hey, Jonathan. Okay, I actually like where this was. That's not supposed to happen. What the fuck? What? Okay. Is that just making noises from this? It is. What the fuck? That's so odd. Was that happening to anybody else? Like it sounded super like crash noisy? Or is that just me? So weird. Wasn't just me. Okay. Yeah, maybe there was some kind of DSP or something that was happening to make that break. But as soon as I hit undo, it was like, nope. It, for some reason, broke the entire patch. I was like, okay. That's how you want to play. Seems a little bit more what I'm looking for. Watching your streams now has actually been super helpful for me. Been making DMB pack and made various techniques. Some I've learned from watching me. Nice. Stole all my techniques. Make a pack. I like it. Hee hee. I'm just joking, it's fine. It'd be a little salty if I start seeing like Eternum style presets. That's like almost like one-to-one copies. I'm like, that would make me upset. But other than that, I'm not the only person who does sound design. There's tons of stuff that you can learn on the internet. All right, we need a rickety ass clap. That sounds pretty good. That's going to translate well. So we can accentuate some of this here by doing some boost. Although this sounds a little bit too... I'm ultra proficient with Vital right now and can replicate sounds that are in my head almost one-to-one. Do I think it's worth to move on to Phase Plant? I feel like if you could replicate sounds one-to-one in your head, then you wouldn't ask yourself that. You would probably just, you would know. I think that brings up a different question of, are you just trying to make what you hear in your head? Or are you trying to explore with sound design? Are you looking for something that's deeper than Vital? Are you, you know, are you happy with what you have, right? So those are the kinds of questions that you want to ask yourself. But the number one thing that I would say is demo it. Demo. Full disclosure, I'm affiliated with Kilohertz and Bitwig respectively, meaning that they don't pay me, but I do have like affiliate links and stuff. So I'm definitely a proponent of Faceplant. I use it every single day, and I only support things that I'm like, I love this, or I'm really about it. But even still, like, it might not be for you. You got to demo it. That's the best advice that I can give you. Oh, hold on one second. This is really important. Oh, really? Sorry, my partner and I are looking for a new place, and she said that we found a place. So I'm trying to market, or not market, but talk with her about what's going on. Shit, I gotta answer this. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, honey.
Hey, so apparently I misread it, and apparently we were the highest bidder at 210.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, she's not gonna go for it. So, which is totally fine. It's kind of weird. Like she's in a position to where she can afford like putting money down on a home or a mortgage, and I'm not. So like she's kind of doing that. So I'm just trying to like be supportive and walk her through whatever she wants to do. But it's kind of one of those things of like, don't try to put somebody in a financial position, especially when you're not in that position with them, if that makes sense. So she was on her lunch break, and I just wanted to talk to her about that real quick. So I apologize. Yeah, I had the same feeling while using FL and decided to move to Bitwig, and it opened my eyes to new possibilities. I just wonder if it's going to be the same story. I mean, objectively, Faceplant can do more than Vital, right? So that's not really even what's in question. But I find that like sound design translates to whatever. That's what I've learned. Like yesterday, I was in the grid doing all the stuff that I'm doing now, and at a certain point, there's a couple of different changes or minor differences or whatever, but it's all the same stuff. So if you know sound design, then you know sound design. It's not the synth, it's you. And that's why I said if you can make stuff one to one, then like it's not really gonna matter. Okay, that sounds decent. I'm ready to move on. What I could do is I could pull the release up on this. There we go. That's a decent clap. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab this, turn this off. Should I use the... Nah, I'll use Faceplant. I want to make tunes today. I don't really want to explore. Noise. Random. No. Yes. Option. So now both of these should trigger at the same time. Let me grab this guy. The reason why I like doing this is because we can change the envelope shapes on these for different means of percussion. Cool. do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's do some kind of physical modeling on this. I'm going to set a macro to the offset here. And I'm going to duplicate. And then I can use this guy to go bloop. I have another guy here. Pull that down. And suddenly we've got metallic sounds. Pretty sick. Hold on one sec. Okay, let's just break all my shit. Well, it's 5 over here. You're gonna go later? Okay, thanks for coming in, dude. Sorry I'm all over the place. That's really cool. This is badass. I think I'm just going to take all of this and then we'll find something percussive out of this. Because I don't really think that we need to do much else to this as of now, but yeah. Let's toss that in there. Bring that up here. Should we do bass next? Very quickly. Speed run some bassy. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm still live. What's going on here? Okay. Eternum Basemaker. 3000. Yo, Chase, what's up? Yeah, for sure. How's life? I'm going to make a base very quickly, and then I'll get into doing all the other stuff. We're going to exchange that for a 5th. Small amounts of distortion. Then we'll do some filtering. Mainly here. Just kind of work our way up through the 20th. It's really interesting because it's really only between the 1st and like the 15th that any of this even matters. But that much movement should do quite a bit, so let's see what we got here. We're going to go FM amount on here. And right now we actually don't have any FM. Now we do. That's sick. Cool. So now we can actually introduce one of these guys, and a higher harmonic will make this do some more cool stuff. Okay. Badass. That makes my brain vibrate. Yeah, and so what is happening is you got this detuning that is causing the pulsing, or like the phase oscillation is kind of our made-up name for it, but I like it because it gives movement to your low end, because if I were to isolate the sub here, you can see even on the meter how it's going like this, and the higher pitch you play, yeah, I like that. It's very nice movement. Okay, let's make an impact next. Just go ahead and cover this quickly. There we go. And I'm going to manipulate this just a bit. Now we can get into our complex filtering. We kind of just want to stay within this region here, within the 250-ish area. This looks very, very close together for resonances and stuff, but if you look at this mid-range right here is kind of condensed, and so we kind of want to stick within that. So whenever we turn this on, there we go. Let's grab a notch. Now we'll grab a nonlinear filter, just put a bandpass on it, turn the drive up, have this kind of hover around. We can see the range right here. So this is 100 to 610. So I'm going to make this 89 to, just make that go up to 1,000-ish. There we go. Now we can put some chorus on this. Turn the stereo on here. As you can hear, like there's some really cool sounds that are already kind of coming through there. All right, so for this one, let's start with the phaser. Turn the order up to 4. Oops. We're going to move the cutoff here to somewhere in this region here. So 152 to 1,000, 225 to 1.5. That's about this range, so that'll work. So now what we can do is we can have this hover around this frequency range to try to make some cool stuff happen. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set this offset to like half of an octave. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this talk. So that way it's going to go like where. It's not really doing much, so I need to make it a little bit more dramatic. There we go. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to blow my computer up. Hopefully not. I'm going to put some dynamics on both of these just because we're going to try to control those little mids just a little bit. Fast attack, long release. Let me see what this looks like here. So for that region, for the most part, I think that we can... Yeah, because that's just around 3K. 3K is very shrill. So maybe from there to there, we can kind of sweep that around and see what that does. And then just dip that just in case. Turn this on. We're going to grab another slice EQ. This is what I've been doing for mid-side processing, is this is only going to affect the sides. But we pretty much do the same thing. Curious, do I own any MIDI control surfaces with Bitwig? I've heard they integrate quite well. I've had my eyes on an Embod-Me array for a really long time. And I really want one. But for the most part, I do everything with just mouse and keyboard. Okay, we'll put a saturator on this guy. And let's see how it sounds whenever we move this stuff around. Alright, this is a little bit bitey on the top end, so I'm going to back off of this by just a bit. And I also need to turn the speed up on these because I want this to morph. What's a fader fox? I've never heard of that before. Okay, so now that we got that, we can take off that mid-side processor because this is already applying mid-side stuff to it. Cool. So now what we can do is we can turn the speed up on this, we can turn the speed up on that because that'll be the same thing. And I am going to pull this up just a little bit more because I want it to move just a little faster. Now, is this getting really quiet? It is. That's interesting. So we've got almost no sub in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to high pass this. And now we've got sub. Maybe I don't need that much though. So sometimes I like to use this because for whatever reason, sometimes when you're doing stuff like this, you lose the low end. And I guess with this square, well, that's what happened. We lost the low end. But we've got it back now, so that's good. The other thing that we can do on this is we can actually use a transient shaper. Leave all that as is, just turn the clipping on and turn the speed to be really slow. There we go. So this is cool because we still have the movement of this in the mids, but we were able to kind of make this a clean sub. So yeah, nice. Okay. Now let's change this into the generative thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn the release up on this by quite a bit. And we're just going to destroy things for funsies. What do we want to do now? Let's go for a dual delay. Delays, delays, delays. Delays, delays, delays. More delays, and just when you thought that you couldn't do more delays, you do more delays. You can't change the order of this? I didn't know that you couldn't modulate that. Since when? Crazy. Let's pull this here. 2 voices usually is good enough. Just a slight amount of detuning. Pull the mix down. Let's get some reverb in there. Verb. It's what you do. Does anybody remember that? I think it was on Cartoon Network or something. This thing is just going bonkers. It's great. Hey Alex, what's up, bro? Sounds crazy. So I think I'm gonna leave the decay where it is. crazy. Let me just pull all that out. Lots of cool stuff in there. Yeah. So now we need a name for this. What should we call it? It sounds very digital to me, so maybe, I don't know, Cyber Strike or something. Cyber Strike generator. Turnip 6 is coming along nicely. One day at a time. One day at a time. Cyber Strike. There we go. So, yeah, I like doing these. These are fun, and this is so I make the majority of my income. So I always get excited when I do one of these because I'm like, all right, what are we gonna make today? What are we gonna make next? So now, if we were to also play with some of the pitching on here, there would be some cool stuff. Yeah. 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 Hey, Romeo. Cool. So now that we have something like that, let's go ahead and get everything set up. And then we will get into the process. I'm going to turn this into sub, and then I'm going to turn all of these guys off. Because that's a decent base that we could use. I think that I put this in the wrong key, but that's okay because it's all kind of... That sounds crazy. I might actually start with this because that jumped out at me, so I'm gonna pull this here and let's grab this into a bar. trying to make it just a little bit more metallic. I'm new to Bitwig and I love it. Will not entirely switch from Ableton, but mostly using Bitwig. Right on. This is on sale, but what's new about this? Okay, whatever. I'll check that out later. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just keep that there. Let's go bounce. I like that. Hey, Butters. Drambo and Rolling Sampler have come in clutches are so dope. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad that you find some use out of it. I use them every day. Every day. I'm going to turn this on just for that part right there. Oops. This part right here. Agreed, Rolling Sampler was one of the best buys I think I made. Same. Like, especially if you're in Ableton. Because Bitwig, like, I talked about the quirks that Bitwig has with resampling and stuff. But even still, like, we have bounce in place and all that. But for Ableton, the fact that you don't have to freeze and flatten is pretty awesome. That's fucking cool. We can turn that into a phrase for sure. You're in Cubase? There's no hope. Just give up now. Nah, if you use Cubase, like, I have so much respect for you. So I think what I would want to do is I'm going to join this. And then I'm actually going to move this over here. Paste that here. And maybe try to give some space for that. There we go. Just making some cool loops we'll throw in. Now, there was another piece of this as well that I wanted to take a look at because it sounded so cool. So we'll actually make another version of this, but I'm gonna toss this into, that'll be fine. Okay. We're gonna try to split this up to where, oh, let's see what this sounds like. Okay, again, I want to move this on this side. I'm going to take this piece and place it here. Just kind of move this off. See if there's a point in time where I might want to pick up the tune, so that way we can have a little bit of Bleh, Rambo. Are you with my brother? tuned in. Dope. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in and being like, what up? So yeah, we got a couple of things to work with now. Now I think that we'll throw this into a drum machine. And we'll just start with these guys. Okay. 3 slices? No. Bars. Or audio event. Let's do that. That might be new. 1 slice. Okay. So we're gonna try to make something super sloppy. Have some more slappies. We're gonna make this twice the length. Just duplicate that here. See what that does. Let's offset it a bit. Okay, so that was just kind of a proof of concept to see if I can get a groove going. Now let's go ahead and expand on this. I want space. So all this sounds like super duper. It's cool, but we need to start thinking about creating spaces because it's all just kind of filling everything up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and create a sidechain now. Turn this on right now. I'm going to copy this, paste it, turn that off. So now I think what I want to start doing is just creating spaces here and go one at a time and try to reinforce this groove. Actually, that sounds really, yeah. You know, something like that. Okay, what happened to... Okay. So I'm going to move all these over to the side now. Just focus on this. All right, let's see what we got here. Yo, Aerofoil, what's up? Hit Command J, and then I'm going to create some space for this. We're going to place it right there. Actually, we'll place it right here. That's just one little thing that we can add to that as an extra effect. And another thing we can do is maybe undo, undo, undo. J, redo, redo is we can set that to R and then figure out where we want to place that. So maybe on the first one here. And so now we've got, move this over. Then we can do some kind of fill or whatever, but just as a means of creating an idea, you know, it kind of works. So yeah, I mean, with that, we can also do just try to come up with some kind of other baseline. We can cook an 808 or something, or maybe we can even do like some kind of saw wave. Then maybe for this one as well, since we have these drums here, we can try to play along with this groove. So Yo, thanks so much for the follow, Whoop. Cool. So now that we have that, we can, I like to just put something down so that way like the melody is there, and now we can kind of tweak and manipulate it into something more desirable. So we can grab some saturation or something. So what I want to do with this now is we're going to make some of these a little bit late. So and then what we can also do is so we'll create a call and response on this one now, just a very simple one. But what might be nice is we'll take this one and move it over. And we'll probably start off with this one, so... And then we can change the rhythm here. Yeah, this one's a little aggressive on there, so let me just mess with some of these other rhythms and see if we can find something else that would fit in between. I'm going to try to pitch this up. And there's a little bit of a ringing noise on here, so I can kind of use that to which is kind of nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm starting to hear more stuff that we can kind of incorporate into this. So and what we can do is create just a little bloop now. Well, fine, we'll just use that. Go here, flip this, set this to be really, really fast, set that to be in an octave. So we can grab one of these guys and this. Bloopy doop, bitch. We making chiptune now. I just like the sound. I use it in a lot of tunes. I think that it's just supposed to be here. So I'm going to duplicate this. And get this down here. Oh, that's more of a triplet feel. It's a little bit too off. Let's try that. Duplicate this, make it twice as long, and then I messed up, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do this again, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab all of these and randomize the pitch. Now I'll get into cutting, so that way it's going to sound like it's a little bit different each time. And then what I can also do is I can vary the volume. Set the mean to like -5 and then just kind of distribute it a little bit. Okay, I want just a little bit of noise on top of this. So I'm going to add a ring mod if I can find it. Okay, so for this little guy, that was gross, sorry. We are going to yeah, I think just one. Because I want it to be soft. Okay, so for this one, let's figure out if this is going to sound any good or not. We'll turn these back on. Turn this back on. And then we can just grab this little guy. Okay, that's an idea. So we can make some kind of chord progression now or something just for funsies. That sounded really cool, actually. Hey, Palm Tree, long time no see. How's it going? Ballin'! We stay high. I'm good, man. Just hanging out. Much better. My brother just came in the chat. Everybody say hi to Rain. It's my bro. He's been on the channel a couple of times back in the day. We did a lot of Pokemon card openings and stuff while I was living with him. Lots of cool stuff. I'm gonna set this to kind of have a quick vibrato. Norm? Norm? I really want like some weird... That might sound pretty good, so maybe we can use this one and change the chord here. These all sound like tropical house chords. I'm not really feeling that. That's kind of nice. I mean, if you want me to listen to a song and then like be like, how do I tell you what to do? I'm not going to do that right now. If it's a general question, then maybe. Yeah, what do you got? Wait, was that you who asked that question in the Discord earlier? I'm getting similar language. Very quickly. No. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you're gonna send me something, I'm not gonna listen to it right now, but I could do it later. I don't know. My name is the same in the Discord. Was that the one that ended up being about the vocals? No, it was like some kind of guitar thing that someone was asking about. What's going on here? Oh, iPhone. No. Okay. I think it was. I think it was just like some distorted strings. Actually turned out okay. Somewhere this is getting all kinds of messed up. probably why. Let's see, what is going on here? Go ahead and move this over here. It was vocals. I thought it was the guitars. I just read that, I think. Yeah, probably in the Discord. Small size. Turn this down. Probably just music production. That would be fine. Yes and no. I build it around the groove. So on one end, it usually is the drums. So usually I'll have some kind of beatbox thing to where I'm like, and then I'll try to make something based off of whatever beat that is. But the way that I come about writing music these days is I try to like just establish some kind of groove, whether it be with drums or a melody or something, to where, you know what I mean, it starts to give that bounce. And then once that kind of comes into play, it becomes a lot easier to start finding other stuff to work with, you know. And what's cool is like the way that I do things anyways is somewhat generative. So, you know, I make a lot of different kinds of just percussive things or whatever. And so when I'm kind of messing around like today, like I'm in headphones, I'm not trying to take this too serious. I'm sure that there's a bunch of mixed problems that I can't hear. So it's not really trying to be like, oh, I'm going to make my next, you know, my next major hit or something. But at the same time, just as a means of practicing beats, that's kind of what it's about for me, is just working on making beats and trying to get better at it. And then right now as well, like there's a lot of overlapping stuff, so there's not really a lot of space on this. But at the same time, it's cool because whenever I go and pull this out into the timeline, then I just delete all this stuff and move it over, and then it becomes a lot easier to work with. Like all of this stuff is kind of just chopping board material. So from those like random random pieces of things that I make, it's just yeah, If anyone here have any knowledge on how to achieve that kind of sound, yeah. I'll take a look after stream. Does anybody else have any questions regarding this project or regarding like workflow stuff or whatever? We can toss in these chords now and mess with those. And really the main thing that I'm trying to get through is just kind of have fun, having fun for one, and two, just keep making decisions. I did the exact same thing. It was, okay. Yeah, what kind of generator are you talking about? Are you talking about the bass ones, or are you talking about the percussive ones, or? Physical modeling is kind of what goes into it. And like, there's only so much physical modeling that you can do on a non-physical modeling synth. But with a combination of FM and ring mod and comb filters, a little bit of white noise that sends into some reverb. Really? Okay. Let's create a shaker. Oi, 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 oi. No, no, no. I keep doing the same thing. Sorry. Wiki wiki. Hey, Jess. Okay. Let's grab one of these guys. Yeah, just a kind of a wide shaker. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to put a sine wave under this. What a monthly payment would be? Hold on one sec. Okay. Okay, so what we can do is take all of these. Okay, so yeah, we can do more to this if we need to, because really it's just meant to have a little bit of extra on top. So what we can also do is I'm just going to take this one right here. There we go. Actually, we'll use a room. Hey, brother, how are you? Good to see you. I'm not at home, so I'm just making some bullshit on some earpods. Are you still in the US? Oh, you live in LA? Bro, if you ever come to Vegas, let me know. I go to LA. Actually, I'm not sure if you stay with Thomas, but I think that I grew up in Thomas's neighborhood. I heard in one of his tunes that he was rapping about Vineland, and I grew up in North Hollywood. So I was like, oh man, I wonder if like we might have gone to the same high school together or something. Yeah, crazy, right? Small world. I used to live on Lancashire and Van Noen. You're in downtown LA? Yeah, yeah. Where did you ever used to stay down there? Or no, no. I was there a couple weeks ago. There's this anime shop called Toy Mandala that you should check out over in Jefferson Park. Yeah, that's not where I'm from, but that's cool. So yeah, freaking LA is such a huge place. No, it's on Ventura Boulevard. I'm almost embarrassed to be playing this in front of you right now because this is some bullshit. But whatever, not every tune can be awesome. I have this project that I was gonna send to you if you were interested because I started doing some other stuff. It's not like a project full of tunes or anything, but just as it's a collection of sound design of some stuff that I've been messing with because Zane and I, the talks that we've had have been a lot with grid things. Let me see where this is. Grid stuff, projects, maybe. Yesterday, today. Yeah, so I've been doing some stuff with drums and bass and all that, and I found a couple of neat things that you probably have done before in the past, but I was like, wow, there's actually something to this that might be interesting. But I think the first thing that I wanted to show you was I made this bass. Well, no, not this. This is a arpeggiative thing, but this little bass thing was really cool to me because in the midst of making a wavetable, like at any point in time, you can branch off and do some ring modulation with a separate, like a whole different separate wavetable. But this thing was sounding pretty cool. But part of it is through these effects and whatnot, and like making this different splitter like this was super sick because this one right here, I split the high end into two different, like a parallel band like this, and you could have it alternate between a notch filter and a bandpass. So these little attenuators right here are these values. Like you've got this high end, and then you've got one thing that has a notch and a chorus, and then another that's a bandpass and a phaser, and then I'm kind of morphing between that, which is kind of cool. But what's also cool about this is there's this mix knob because like I'm sure I've sent you a bunch of shit, but you know I like to do like the generative and then also the the neurofilter stuff. So on one end you turn it to the left and that's more just like typical filtering, and then you turn it to the right and that's more like pitch things. But I found that if unfortunately, like, sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together while trying to make sure the dogs don't go apeshit crazy, but one other thing I found that was super sick is that if you can't change pitch and stuff within like a pitch modulator, you can put a ring mod on something and then modulate a wavetable, so that way the pitch of that is going insane, and that was really cool. So lots of stuff to kind of get into through there. Yeah, because I was like, oh, well, because I'm using the grid effects, right? And I'm like, well, how am I going to modulate this and be able to change this and get crazy timbres and all that? Because it doesn't really work so well with these mod delays. So by changing the pitch of the wavetable and sending that as your ring mod source, you can kind of like fuck shit up. So yeah, whenever you have time, bro, I'd love to try to just kind of show you what I found, or like come to some cool things. But Zane really had to convince me on this, because I was like, why don't I just use phase plant? Why don't I just use phase plant? And this was kind of that first indication of like, oh, this is what you can do. It takes forever. There's a smooth control on all of Bitwig's randoms. Signal through a slew, it can soften any steppy sound. No, I wanted this to be like messed up. So the filters on the filter section on this is all smooth. So all this stuff you can see is kind of nice and whatever. But I like to do janky generative things with pitching, because you get sometimes percussive stuff, or sometimes it comes into something that might have a timbre, and then you can just find the pitch of it and use that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So hey, it's okay. Steppy stuff is super fun. Typically go for steppy over smooth. It just depends on what you're going for. And the other thing too that I've noticed is just like, this is so, I don't know why, but the grid is just like, especially for basses, it's so fat. And then, hey, Dash Glitch taught me this other trick to where you can make custom wavetables. So what you do is you make a scrawl, and then you make two different wavetables. You put that into merge, and you set that to a value, and then from there, that's how you can kind of shape this into custom things. But from here, I kind of just have like some crazy FM thing or PN that's going on and spreading the wavetables out. So that kind of gives it some cool indication of. It really does. But at the same time, it, like I said, it's just a matter of like, it takes forever to design. Like this took me like 30 minutes, and it should have taken me 5, if that. But that's not to say that it's not fun. I just like this giving yourself time to get a flow down. Well, it depends, right? Like, what are you trying to do? And for me, I'm always like, sound design is a means to get into the music stuff. So I don't know, maybe spending certain days on building up these sessions and whatever could be useful, and then other days could be like whatever. But yeah, I guess like regarding snares and stuff too, I really just modeled this after the way that I make stuff in phase plant. So yeah, you've got a sine wave, you've got noise, and then this one has a delay, which would be the clap layer. And then I think that I've also got, yeah, so I've also got this little granular thing right here, and that way it's got like a little suction sound that comes in before. What do the ADSRs do? Which ones? These guys? This is a pitch envelope. From the bass, I'm not sure. I don't know. I was kind of just like going with it. I think these ADSRs are, well, I don't know. From the bass. Oh, this is a sub. So I could just send everything out to this, but I guess I just wanted to be able to control it. So this one's a sub, or this one's a sub. This one is just the top end, or the wavetables rather, because I think that this is being high passed or something, or it might just be reinforcing. And then another cool trick that ISO showed me was that you can turn this into a clipper. So you send the left and the right channel out as modulators. And then if you put that on a stereo split and put it onto a DC offset, +1 and -1, and this is way over my head. Like I was just following directions, because I don't know how you all come up with this stuff. But Yeah, so you send the left channel out to a left DC offset, and then you send the right channel to a right DC offset at +1. And if you do that, it'll clip, which is nice. So, bro, I don't know how they did it. So, ISO, if they come in, thank you so much. But yeah, it works, which is really cool. Yeah, because this, as you can see, no matter how hard I push this is gonna get loud. So. Yeah. Thanks, ISO. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm like telling everybody, I was telling people that you should, or I was telling you that you should make a video about this because like people like me have, and Lee have been trying to figure out how to make a clipper forever. I don't necessarily know if it's transparent or not, or like what kind of amounts of control you have, but that is cool. Yeah, that is cool. So kudos to you, man. You helped us solve like a really big mystery. Hats off to you. The trouble with this though is that for this in particular, you need to set this up with an audio rate, which we were trying to figure out the other day. It was just too complicated. But the one thing I don't like in Bitwig is the limiter. It's terrible. I can't stand it. It almost just seems like it subdues everything within it, and that's also with some of the other devices as well. Is like the filtering or like the way that it cuts it is so. Yeah, it just almost sounds like it muffles the signal. I did send a link ready preset standalone on the clip device. Oh, is that in the Discord? Because I think everybody can use that. Did you put it in free stuff? There's a bunch of Foley and stuff that I posted over here too. A bunch of free shit. Well, actually, check the free stuff if you guys want a bunch of dumb stuff. What is all this? Oh, just bass vomits. On the previous stream, I think I can do it again. Yeah, would you mind? So that way we can kind of break this down, because that would be helpful. Or, I mean, if it's okay, I'm not saying, share everything with us, but if you do, that would be really helpful for everybody, and then we can figure out how to understand it. But yeah, there's still a lot that I don't understand about the grid in general, and I'm having to like work backwards in a lot of ways, but it's really interesting, and I'm glad that some other people are kind of taking it up and being like, oh, let's figure this thing out, because there's a lot of potential. I say that, like, people like Databroth and Polarity, of course, have been just like going ham, but there's not really a lot of resources for our kind of music. What limiter is my go-to? Pro L. Yeah, that and Eventide Clipper. No, I remember. That's why I was saying, I was like, I'm not trying to leave anybody out. My memory also isn't perfect, but yeah. You need to get back into it. Yeah, I think that there's a bunch of stuff. I think I was talking to Frequent, and he was talking about getting into the grid as well. And I'm curious to see what kind of stuff he's going to do. I just hope he sticks with Bitwig, because I know that he's going to come up with some crazy stuff. And Zane, we got Zane a copy of Bitwig, and now he's good to go. And he's online. I'm excited. I'm excited for what everybody's going to be doing. Oh, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. And there's a lot of stuff out there for Macs. Like, some of it won't translate, because I don't know if you've seen anything that like Wolg has been doing, because he's making like insane devices. But that's a great idea. Thank you for that. I'll definitely hop into that. Hey. No. I hate not letting them be able to play. But Gretchen is hurt, and she's got something going on with her leg, and so they play super aggressive. I know, come on. You want to say hi to everybody? Hi, baby. Hello. 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 No, don't sip my coffee. That'll kill you. Oh. Have my message with the link went through? Most likely. You want to say hi? Say hi. You say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. See, Sadie is like the perfect dog. And she's not my dog, but God, do I love her. I know. I know. I have not seen any messages. I think she's both. I think Gretchen is also part lab as well. But yeah, she's still limping. So I'm house sitting for them, so I'm trying to keep them calm. But I remade one of Wolf's devices, haven't shared it though. You made it within the grid or within Max? Figured I'd drop one. Is simple but fun from what I remember. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Data broth. Holy fucking. What is. Oh. Holy shit, Data. I thought this was a clipper. What the hell is this? What am I looking at? Jesus Christ. Hi, Charlie. Holy shit, bro. I don't know. No, I made a glitch sequencer, not a clipper. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Okay, how do I use this? Is this like a sequencer? Okay. Let me get a signal in here that's actually normal. You don't have to worry about all that stuff, just use the steps. No, I was just shocked because I was expecting a clipper. I was like, is this... If this is what you have to do to make a clip device, I'm not down for that. I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. I'll pay the money, but you cannot make me do this. Okay, hold on one second. This does not sound all that interesting. So it looks like time warp. Oh, this is awesome. Maybe so. I think it's okay. Use values other than 100%. Well, I mean, that's the best way to figure something out, right? Is to, like, turn it up all the way and see what it does. Yeah, that's really cool. How did you set the division on this? With the transport? Oh, just with LFOs. Oh my gosh, man. That's insane. When my Sound Blaster died in the early 2000s, yeah, it's like my disc froze on the PS2. What was that PS2 thing? Like the Music Maker thing? I think that's actually what it was called, was Music Maker for PS2. When using a looper, I like to have an envelope to create a soft attack so the clicks aren't there. For drums or for... also, how would you make a looper in that in the first place? Oh, I never had that. I had a weird Game Boy one, though. There's a Game Boy one? I'd play that. There's a Game Boy Music Maker? Oh, with a recorder. Gotcha. Yeah, oh, so you can, like, record a sample and then offset it a bit, and that way it doesn't click. If the time play is fast. It wasn't called Music Maker, it was a tracker thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I used that reference the other day at work and got funny looks. No one knew what the Sound Blaster was. I mean, I still don't, but that's fine. Yeah, I actually haven't used the recorder much. I do use that a lot on my phone because Drambo has a semi-modular environment as well. I don't know if you have an iPhone, Lee, but if you do, check out Drambo. I put a video out on it. It'll change your life. It's so good. But yeah, what? I actually haven't used this at all, dude. Hold on, everybody. Let me show you this. So I need to pull up chat real quick on my computer, so that way I can see you all. But let me show you how insane this is. Hold on one second. There you are. Okay, check this out. Hold on one second. Allow. There we go. Other device. So this thing right here just makes the craziest stuff, and it's so convenient. So let me go open autosave. So this is pretty much a semi-modular environment, and you can pretty much make anything within here. So when it comes into like basses and stuff, you can pretty much do the same exact thing that I was showing you earlier. It's got a frequency splitter built into it. It can modulate third-party apps. It can... Hold on, let me find it. There's a little warper here or something of the sort. I know, right? It's freaking crazy. Like, as far as the means of sound design, like, it's there. Oh, here we go. So we go like this. Yeah, it really is. It's like, what? Are you for real? This is possible? So what's really cool is, like, you know, you can also modulate third-party apps. You just hit a parameter like that and then map it, and then it pops up. You can, but you have to upload iOS VSTs to it. So, I mean, with this, though, you can pretty much build anything. I've built kicks, I've built snares. Not that they're that good, but kick maker. I have to set the output here, but it's got the little knock plugin that you can get for it, so I don't hear anything. I don't know why. I might have deleted everything. Yeah, I did. Hold on one second. I need a CVN. Bro, please. Please. MIDI to CV. Put it over on this side. There we go. Then I need to set it to this. There we go. So you can make kicks. You can... The snare one I'm particularly happy with. You can make snares. Wait, not this one. Gotta set it to route it again. It's making noise, it's just not doing anything. Hold on one sec. Sometimes the routing on this is kind of whack, but there we go. Okay. Noise. This one sucks. So yeah, not the best, but just messing with it and messing with the different layers and stuff and being able to put samples, offsets, all that within it, it's pretty insane. And then of course, if you do like the fugue machine, which is really cool, you can do something like this and place this here. I've been messing with the GSP stuff as of late. Actually, let's go with the blur. And you can set up really cool stuff with this. This one in particular is cool because it's got random mods. Dude, it's so... I've been having a great time with the GSP stuff. But yeah, we can go here, we can go random, and assign this to the pitch. But you see what I'm saying though? Like, there's so much cool stuff on the phone that has like really awesome means of interactivity. Or if you have an iPad or something, you can do that too. But you can start to stack a lot of these. And just get crazy stuff. Now we're making whales. We can go into the actual delay of this. If I mess around with turning the step mode off, no, I'm still learning how to use it. Data Broth actually has some presets on here, which is cool. But I mean, yeah, just like the sheer amount of stuff that you have. What was this called? Tap. This one's really sick. So I could go like this and then go to LFO and then go to sample and hold and pull this up, go map, and then start pulling this in different directions. It's a little bit cumbersome to work with on the phone, but it's worth it to me because it's just another means of interactivity, which I really enjoy. But you can set different times here, kind of like so. Kind of do that a bit and set different buffers. And now whenever you have this, you can see that we've pretty much created a map here for all of these things. So you just go like this, go boom, 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 like that. We can make another one, go LFO. And like the speed of it is really fun too. It's like, yeah, it's dope. Oops, I meant to, no, I had it right. So you turn all these up, make sure that they're on bipolar, and let the chaos ensue. And then you can kind of just play with the different things here and just see what you get. And you know what I mean, it's just a matter of exploration, but like how cool is that? There's so much cool stuff that you could do on your phone right now that it's not even funny. But as a means about how I use this stuff anyways, so let's say I'm gonna go back and just delete all this stuff. But let's say I like this melody here that I've created. Oops, sorry. Let me turn that down. Go back to the ADSR. I'm just going to pull everything back up because I don't know what happened there, but let's go starting point. I'm trying to be efficient with this. Is what you do is you go here and lay down some MIDI and hit the record button and then go record. So now that I have this, I go like this, and I go to my phone, go to files, done. Let's look up today, recordings, 85 BPM, 512, 515 at 4:04 PM, that's this one. We go airdrop to my computer. And now we go back here and what's it called? Let me pull up chat. Hold on one second. So yeah, we just escaped from this and we go to our downloads and now look, it's right here. It's so convenient for making loops and stuff. I think I recorded, I didn't record it correctly, but even still. It's so cool, man. Just being able to pull stuff out. And I do this a lot with a bunch of different stuff. So for example, all these things are from my phone. That's Impactor. What's this other stuff? Yeah, Impactor. Impactor. As you can tell, I use Impactor a lot. Yeah, so by manipulating all this stuff, though, it becomes this really cool, like, relationship between all of these because, you know, I could be on my phone or I could be doing sound design on here if I wanted to, but it's all kind of there and is a lot of fun to use. I know, I'm not really sure what happened here, but what did this do? Scene, phone, gaming, laptop. Here we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so from having all that, my bad guys, like all this stuff here is just different clips that I pulled from my phone and then kind of put back into my projects. And yeah, it's really fun to use. Like I've done, let me see, with Sophistry, open projects. Hold on one second. Canvas, Chi Recreation, we were trying to do some drums here that somebody asked about a while ago. I just made a tuna, Cage collab, date added. What the fuck is this? Timeless. I think, yeah, Kilogram. Oops. So with Kilogram, have I tried MPC Delay Pro? No, I think I'm gonna let my MPC go, to be honest. Now that the phone stuff is out, I'm more so interested in getting some kind of MIDI controller and just using my phone. But I love the MPC, but yeah. So there's this little thing here. Let me find out where it is. Oh no, this isn't it. But even still with this, there's a lot of stuff in here that I pulled from my phone. That chord progression, wherever it is. Yeah. So we took some of the stuff from this and made this into iPad Pro for the MPC. Yeah, we threw it in here as like a generative thing or whatever, and then some of this other stuff in here. So taking a melodic loop and throwing it back into phase plant is really fun sometimes. Let me see if the original loop is in here. I think this is it. Yeah, but hold on. Let me find this other project because it's actually more apparent where I open where I open this. Trash beat, April 10th. Set 2, sound design. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's got to be because this project is big. I just had a great idea. Sample chopping all of your DNME tunes in the MPC. I've done that before. Actually, Zane has a really cool... Actually, Saturate Records have really cool like beat kits that are already ready. So they're pretty much just loops. And you can kind of chop those up and find new stuff. But let me see here. Yeah, so that thing, that little like that was some stupid loop that I made on my phone. But it's really cool, like I said, because yeah, this is what I made. You know what I mean? Like you just put this in and you've got a place to start working to where like, you know, you've got this little thing or whatever, and it's like you don't really have to worry about it being super high quality or whatever. You just make this idea or something, and then you kind of figure out different places to put it in. And you know, it doesn't always have to be like the whole idea, but this was just supposed to be a cool little call and response to it. And I think this is the same thing as well. Yeah, it is. Exactly. It's a nice, like, it's just an idea maker. That's some guitar I recorded. And then on that last tune that I made not too long ago, that impactor stuff that I was talking about, the physical modeling thing, to where you can, I just put a review out on it, but I think I just made a tuna is this one. But yeah, you can just start cutting it up and making really cool percussive loops out of it, which is a lot of fun to do. Let me see here. Oh no, this was something that I borrowed. I borrowed one of Cage's loops, but this little guy right here of this this thing is I made from Impactor. Oh no, actually a lot of this stuff I made from Impactor. This one as well. Dude, I don't... Your guys' drums are so good. I don't understand. I don't fucking get it. But, in any case, yeah, like, so if you have a good sound selection or something and, you know, you have a little bit of creativity, you can make some really cool ideas with this. I wanted to pull up the... Oh, I called it Timeless. That's what I did, so... Let me see where that one is. So a lot of this percussion in here was made both through like phase plant generators, but also through just pulling out some of those loops that I'm pretty sure are still in here somewhere. But Yeah, so it's cool because, like I said, you know, once you get into something like that, I don't think that this necessarily would fit, but let's say I wanted to take, maybe not that. Let me see what this one is. Oh, that's MIDI. Like, that one's really cool. So maybe on the intro or so, you know, I can just make a new track and be like, all right, well, let's figure out how to make this work. Which I believe is right here. So this was recorded at 85 BPM, I think, but you know, you could just take a little piece of this and be like, all right, well, let's just see what this does. See, I didn't even do anything to it, but creating some spaces perhaps could be kind of interesting. Maybe turn it down a bit or so, but dude, come on. You know, and creating some kind of line like that could be kind of cool. And then what's also neat is, you know, just using really small pieces of this, kind of like this, and just creating like little hat lines or whatever, because you can just go like this. You can actually go in here and then just go to your gain, wherever that is. Man, that was the hardest blink I've done in years. I was like, sorry. So yeah, you turn this down a little bit, and then now you'll see that these are different sizes. So you know, which could be kind of cool too, because you can kind of just do something like that. But you see, like, being able to make loops super fast on your phone and then just being able to like upload it like this and like have material is extremely liberating. Yeah, so I'll probably keep that, to be honest, but and I'll probably work with it at some point. But to drive that home, the workflow that I found between doing stuff on your phone within Drambo or Impactor or whatever, and then like quickly bouncing it here, kind of like takes you in this different headspace, and you just thank you, by the way, and then you just pick it up and you're like, all right, cool, it works, right? So it's really fun, and keeps things really interesting, and that's why I've been changing a lot of other stuff too. Like that's why I started doing like clip launcher stuff. That's why, I am just trying to utilize all the tools and find the value within them, and then go back to being like, okay, well, this is my favorite way of doing things. Or if I want to just go about writing beats in a different like mindset, I think that it's a lot of fun to just be like, okay, well, we're gonna not just make an 8-bar loop and then duplicate and variate. We're gonna try to come up with a bunch of different ideas. No, come up with a bunch of different ideas like this, and just mess around. And it doesn't have to be great. It's just saying, okay, well, what potential, or like what's the benefit from this, and then also like how do I come up and make these loops and then change it into a full arrangement. So yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Or we covered a lot of stuff today. I guess I could play this stupid thing that I was working on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just coming up with a bunch of different ideas like that is, and like I said, it's nothing special, but it's fun to just play and be like, I don't have to worry about doing 50 million things of automation. I can just focus on making a groove, and then I can start to take all these ideas from here, all these different clips, and create variations from those. Like that's one of my favorite things about Bitwig, is that everything is kind of contained within, sorry, but these containers. But being able to pull this out like this and double click on it and be like, okay, I'm going to make something brand new, or make a completely different line with this, or a completely different rhythm or something, is really freaking cool. Like this is such a useful tool. And I'm not saying that this is going to end up becoming amazing or anything, but being able to kind of pitch this and warp it and change the sample start, or change the audio event in itself is what it's called. Now we've created this cool little variation from this, and we can just, I don't know, take this one and go 2, 3. Let's go here and do this and do this, and then now we can move these two a little bit off. And so like the speed at which I'm doing this as well is like, it's super efficient, man. So we made a completely new rhythm just by manipulating the audio that's contained within this clip. And that's why generators become super valuable, because when you start thinking of like, how do you organize all of these random thoughts, is if you pick a fundamental of like, I'm going to make a generator, but it's all within, it's all for the sake of rhythm, or I'm going to make a generator or something random, but it's all for the sake of being within a scale or within like one particular note, then it changes the approach, and you start having a sense of direction about what to do with random sounds. And that's really been the biggest benefit of learning and refining this idea of generative sound design, because you start to play with these parameters. Like first it's just utter chaos, right? And you're just like do anything and make everything, and you definitely need to do that. But once you start kind of honing in and being like, oh, okay, now I want to create something usable, then you put one constant within your formula that never changes, and you build everything else around that. And you get this really cool playground about putting these limitations on yourself, but keeping them confined within something that you know is going to be useful for a specific purpose, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, that's I don't really have anything else that I want to do today. We made a cool stupid beat, and it's a toss away tune, but it's still fun to just throw stuff together. Does anybody have any questions? I guess while we're doing that, I'll save this, and then what I might want to do on Wednesday is we'll call it BS tune. Is I actually kind of want to throw that other tune together and just start arranging this, because this one is, I don't know, I don't make trap, but it was really fun to make. So I've got all these different components here, and for this in particular I want to put this one together. So yeah, so just some cool ideas of like jamming out, and this would be relatively easy to sequence because I've already kind of like sketched it out, and then I can go back and do the individual things or whatever. But yeah, I think that would be really fun to do. I need to go into this launching section and turn that off, because these were shutting themselves. A lot of these loops were turning themselves off after they would play a couple of times. But yeah, as you can see here, there's just different variations of these sounds that work really well. So hold on one second. Different stuff like that, or these other variations are kind of cool. Let me see, there was this one, or just different beats, I guess, if you will. Yeah, so just like playing around with different stuff like that, and then just being like boop boop boop, throwing it out. You've already sketched an arrangement, and then you go back and you start doing the individual cuts and doing like the cool stuff that really helps the beat come together. You go back and make the moments unique, you do the fills and all that. But just having something like this, I think, is really fun, and kind of takes away from the pressure of having to like do that off the jump, unless if you're like coming into it with like IDM, and you're like, I'm trying to just make glitch and break stuff as much as possible. If you kind of have a more typical song direction, then I could see this being super useful. So it's fun using Clip Launcher with the Launchpad, lets you perform the ideas. And that's kind of why I want a MIDI controller, right? Because I want to be able to showcase some of the new launch stuff as well. And I eventually want to start DJing within the Clip Launcher as well. I said that like 3 times. Sorry, I've been awake for way too long. But with that, I think that there's a lot of potential and a lot of stuff that's not super common because there's people out there that are doing it. It's just not very common, and that's why I want to, give myself the benefit of the doubt of being like, well, even though I don't make music like this a lot, it's still worth trying and having fun with. And it takes you over here, but it's worth it. It's worth it. The Launchpad X has poly pressure and custom layouts. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking and considering my options. I'm still trying to see if I can hear back from Embod because I would love to review their product. I think that they've got something good, and I think that would be the ideal. But we're getting ready to move, and I'm not trying to shell out that much cash right now. But anyways, everybody, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions, then you could hit me up on the Discord, and yeah, check out alchemy.com if you want presets and stuff. I don't know. What do you guys want to see next? Or what should we... Yeah, Wednesday we'll probably sketch this out, but I guess aside from there, maybe I'll try a different genre, or like, I don't know. I really want to do some breakbeat stuff, or just like one track of like... So we'll get into that maybe sometime next week, or maybe Friday. I don't know. I'm streaming every day this week except for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the only day that I'm not going live. In fact, I might go live tomorrow, but it would be later in the nighttime because I'm going to go train. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm getting hungry, and I want to play with the dogs, so I'm going to hang out with them. Much love, everybody. And go follow Data Broth. Everybody go follow Data. Bye.